Welcome Bitcoin friends, it's Bitcoin Mamo. Today we're going to look at the Bitcoin chart, do some TA, look at various time frames. We'll also keep up the comparison with the 2013 bull run and the current bull run. And we'll also take a look at a market cipher. So if that sounds interesting, stay tuned and let's get into the charts. So I want to start here comparing Bitcoin to some altcoins. We were doing it over the month of October. So we're going to start doing it from the month of November now. And what we can see is Solana has performed the best comparing the altcoins on this list. We can see Solana is up approximately 27% over November. We see Link is up here in blue, up 9%. Ethereum in orange is up 8.6%. We see ADA is up 3.6% in red. Bitcoin's up 2.87% in green, and Matic's up 1%. And over to the 2-week chart now. We do open a new 2-week candle on Monday's open. We can see we did dip into this 2-week order block here and got support. And if we close here with a green candle, it is looking quite good for continuation. We also have this red line here, which is the 1.618 level. And we've gotten that level by doing a fib extension here from the previous bull market peak to the bear market low. This is on the log scale with the log settings on the fib tool. And as we mentioned in that previous video, we'd like to see Bitcoin close this 2-week above this 1.618 level, which is at 61,326. We also see that we are above the main area of support here on the VPVR. Looking at the stochastic RSI, we see it's looking quite strong here as we approach crossing the 80 level. The RSI is also around a 68 reading and does have plenty of room to go higher here. Onto the weekly chart now, and does look quite similar here. Is that 2-week order block in blue, and we can see it acted as support when we have come back to it here. Also have this parallel channel drawn on the log scale, and we have pretty much bounced from the middle of that channel. At the stochastic RSI, we are pretty much at 100 reading, but we can stay there for quite a while here. Well, the RSI does cross this 70 level, and we get very bullish in this area. As we can see, once we cross that 70 level, we really started taking off in the initial bull run here. And I think we're doing a similar thing here to when we did break the 2017 peak here at 20,000. You can see that was the peak, and we did consolidate just below that area for several weeks. And we can see we've been doing a similar thing here around the previous all-time high back in April. I do think a Bitcoin is ready to take off now. Looks like we want to close above this 1.618 level on the weekly and the 2-week chart, and also get above this 70 line on the RSI and start to get really bullish as we enter into the final stages of this bull market. And down to the daily time frame here, we have that same parallel channel on the log scale drawn. We had this nice run up from 30k and then had this decent correction over the month of September. And then we continued with another nice run up, and now we have been consolidating here. We haven't had quite the same drop as this previous drop here, and Bitcoin is looking quite strong, holding this level above 60k. We do see this triangle pattern drawn here. We can also see this daily order block here has acted as support the last 2 times we have dipped into it. That does show there is support here just above the 60,000 level. We've also had resistance at this order block here several times, and I think on this next occasion we're probably going to break above this level as we are getting close to the end of this triangle pattern. We also have the golden pocket area here doing the retracement from the all-time high to the bottom of this pullback, and this is the key area we want to get above the top of the golden pockets at 63,628. And I think once we start closing daily candles above this area, it won't be long before we're testing the all-time high. We can see on the stochastic RSI here, we have stayed quite low as we have consolidated, and I think it's ready to start ticking to the upside now and get some momentum once we break this triangle pattern. The RSI has been hovering just above the 50 level and does have plenty of room to go higher. The daily EMA ribbon has also been acting as support on these pullbacks and giving us this bounce at the moment. You also see on the VPVR we had the most amount of volume traded at 61,100 approximately, and this is around the area where we did get these bounces when looking at the bodies of the daily candles. And we also see that the volume drops off above 63.5, just above this golden pocket area. So I do think we would have quite a quick move here once we do break this triangle. We could break the triangle and come back and retest it, which does happen quite often, and then get the bounce. But we'll have to see how that plays out. Over to the CME Bitcoin futures chart now. We've just got a similar triangle pattern drawn. The futures have been closed, of course, over the weekend. We did close at 61,380. So it doesn't look like we'll have any gaps here. We did wick up all the way to 62,700 approximately. And we also see a similar EMA ribbon here, which acted as support on this pullback here. And down to the 4-hour time frame now, we have that same triangle drawn in white. And we also have these falling wedge patterns drawn in yellow here. We can see the larger one drawn here. We had 2 touches on the bottom, and on the 3rd touch on the top, we did break out. We did come back to retest it several times before we traveled higher, and we formed a similar falling wedge pattern here with the 2 touches on the bottom, and on the 3rd touch on the top, we have broken out. We haven't come back to retest this falling wedge, and it looks like we're coming up to test the top of this triangle pattern, which is at around 63,200 when looking at the 4-hour chart. Also looking at the fib retracement from this low here to the high, we see that we pulled back here to the golden pocket area, and we did get this nice bounce here. We also have that golden pocket area here on the overall retracement from this high to this low. We're also getting this descending volume here while we are in this white triangle pattern, and we'd like to see a lot of volume here when we do break above this triangle pattern. And when we do see strong volume, it does make it a more valid breakout. Looking at the stochastic RSI, we are quite high here, around a 86 reading, and the RSI is only at a 58 level, so plenty of room to go higher on the RSI. And we'll be watching for divergences between this point here and the next high that we make. And if we do make a higher high on the RSI here compared to this point, then we would also like to make a higher high compared to that same point on the chart, which would be above 64.1. Just to avoid that hidden bearish divergence, we can see we did have a hidden bullish divergence here. We made lower lows on the RSI while making higher lows on the price action here, and that did result in this nice bounce. Looking at the EMA ribbon on the 4-hour, started to converge quite tight here again, so it has become less reliable. Looking at the VPVR, amount of volume traded at certain price levels, we do see that point of control at 61.2, and we did dip below that here. We managed to get back above it, and we are also currently above the main area of volume here. And similar to the falling wedge here, we do have 2 touches on the bottom and 2 touches on the top, and we'll be looking for that breakout on the 3rd touch like we did with these falling wedges. And looking at that comparison with the 2013 mid-cycle pullback, on the left here we have the 2013, we had this big mid-cycle pullback here around the same month in April, May, and then we spent a while here in this range recovering. Similar to our current cycle, around April, May, we had that big correction, and then we did have a nice bounce here and a decent pullback, similar to our current cycle, and then we did have this second run here, and now we're consolidating around that 1.618 level, which is this red line. And in 2013 mid-cycle recovery, we went slightly above it here and pulled back to it. and then we did start accelerating quite quickly. So we are getting close to doing a similar thing, I believe. We have consolidated around that 1.618 level, and now we're looking for this burst into the end of the bull run. Also have these two white lines drawn here, and we'll be looking at this area more closely. So this is zoomed in now to those two white lines, still 2013 on the left, 2021 on the right, and we have consolidated for quite a while here, and we did also consolidate going sideways here for quite a while before we did start taking off again. So we're going to look at market cipher on the 2-day, the 3-day, and the 4-day, and just compare the 2013 end of bull run here and our current cycle. So these are the same two white lines drawn here. This is the 2-day time frame on this second row here, the 3-day time frame here, and the 4-day time frame on the bottom. And looking at market cipher, we can see in this consolidation area around that 1.618 level, this red line, we do see we got a red dot on the 2-day chart, then also the 3-day chart. We did get that in the current cycle. We got that red dot on the 2-day and the 3-day. We also got it on the 4-day. We didn't get that in 2013, but now we are looking for these green dots here. We got it on the 2-day and the 3-day here in 2013. And we could see when we did get that, that was the end of this sideways consolidation. And we really started taking off quite quick after that 2-day and 3-day green dot. So we're looking for that now with the current cycle. We are getting very close to a green dot here on the 2-day. And I do think we'll see it this week. I've left the daily out because it is a bit more choppy with the red and the green dots. Gives us a bit more clarity here looking at the 2, the 3, and the 4-day. We can also see once we did get a red dot here on the 2-day, we were quite close to the end of the bull run, which is just up here. We're at $1,200. And when we did get the red dot on the 3-day, we were even closer. And the 4-day was after the peak. So we're looking for a similar thing here. If we do start taking off quite quickly, we could look for a red dot on the 2-day and then the 3-day, and we will know we're close to the end of the bull run. So let's pull up market cipher now. This is on the 4-hour chart. We did dip into the red money flow. We have pushed up and gone back into the green money flow, and we got that green dot down here, and we have had this nice move to the upside. Don't have any red dots present yet on the 4-hour. The 6-hour also got this green dot, and we have crossed the zero line with this blue wave. It does look like it has more to go. We are still in the red money flow, so would like to see us come back into the green. The 12-hour has also got that green dot, and it has been confirmed, and the money flow is in the green. So I do think these are going to flow onto each other now. And these higher term timeframes, the 12-hour will support the 6-hour and the 4-hour. Do make this move and test the top of that triangle pattern. And here is that daily time frame. As I said, it is quite choppy with these red and green dots. We can see we did get a red dot here, and now we're looking for a green dot on the other side. And as we mentioned, to smooth that out, we can look at the 2-day chart here. We can see it's been more reliable with this green dot here, precipitating this bigger move. Red dot here being the start of this consolidation. And now we're looking for that green dot on the 2-day. And after that, I do think we'll start pushing higher, break that triangle pattern, and start trying to break those all-time highs again. We'll have to wait till Tuesday for the next 2-day candle here. The next 3-day candle here won't open till Tuesday also. And the 4-day will also open on Tuesday. So we'll have the 2-day, the 3-day, and the 4-day. The weekly is also still looking good here. And we will open that new candle on Monday. And also a new 2-week candle on Monday. And we can see this is still looking very strong here. Not looking to start closing off here with this blue wave. So you can see all the time frames are almost lining up. Once we can get that green dot first, maybe on the daily, and then the 2 and the 3-day, then those daily time frames will line up with the higher term time frames, the weekly, the 2-week, and also the monthly did get that green dot that was confirmed. So I do think we're going to see some nice movements this week. So I think that's about all. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that analysis. We'll see how Bitcoin performs this week. We'll keep an eye out for this 2-day green dot and also the 3-day green dot. And we'll see what Tuesday brings with the next 2-day, 3-day, and 4-day candle. So thanks for watching. I'm Bitcoin Mamo. I'll see you next time. Bye.